So hi guys, so you guys would probably know that Samsung recently launched a new phone, the Samsung Galaxy M51, and it's priced at around 25,000 rupees for the base variant. So I just recently noticed that there are so many advertisements about the M51 in YouTube. So if I watch about 3 to 4 videos, then there will be a two videos which is having advertisement about M51. So that got me thinking about, should you buy the M51 for 25,000 rupees? So recently I was looking for phones, smartphones for my friend to buy, and his budget was around 25,000. So the first thing he asked me was, should he buy the M51? And my answer was no. And today I will tell you guys why you should not buy the M51 and why you have better options in that price range. So do you guys remember the K20 Pro, which was released by Redmi last year? It's a last year's phone, but if I have had 25,000 rupees and if I want to buy a phone, my list would be the K20 Pro, Realme X3, and also the OnePlus Nord. And most probably I will end up buying the K20 Pro, and I will tell you guys why. So if you compare it to the M51, first of all, the build quality. M51 is built by Samsung's Glassstick, which is a hard plastic. I'm not telling that it's not good, but compared to glass, you don't get that premium feel when you use a Glassstick phone. And so you guys can ask me, have I used any Samsung phone? Yeah, my friends do have the Galaxy M31, M31s, etc. So I have used them, and I know how those phones feel in the hand. And also compared to glass, plastic don't stand a chance. And also talking about the specs, okay. So the K20 Pro has 855, okay, last year's flagship processor. The M51 has 730 or 730G. I don't really correctly remember it. So when you compare a flagship chipset to that year's mid-range chipset, you probably understand that if you're into gaming or some intensive other tasks, then you should probably go with the K20 Pro. And the same applies to the X3 also. The X3 does have the same Snapdragon 855 plus the Plus processor. And also you have the OnePlus Nord, which was released for 25,000 rupees for the base variant. So if you guys think about it, the only thing that the Samsung Galaxy M51 has over all these three phones is just its 7000 mAh battery. So if you compare the charging speeds, each and every phone in this category does have 25 or above watt of charging speeds. The Redmi has 27, and also the Nord has OnePlus 30, like Rapcharge 30. So if I am going to buy a phone for 25,000 rupees, I would probably choose the K20 Pro. And also when it comes to the camera, the K20 Pro, for me at least, okay, the K20 Pro is superior to the OnePlus Nord as well as the X3 Zoom. And the reason is K20 Pro has 3 genuine cameras, like ultra wide, normal, as well as the telephoto camera. Phones these days are imitating the iPhone 11. They have a really good primary camera and a not so good wide angle camera, and also they have these 2MP macro cameras and as well as 2MP depth sensors. In M51 it's 5MP macro camera and also 5MP depth sensor. So for me this macro camera is basically useless because it just adds up to the number of cameras, but it doesn't give the quality that the primary as well as the wide angle gives. So if you want a good camera package, then you should go for the K20 Pro. And the OnePlus Nord is also a good one, but as I told you before, the OnePlus Nord has two useless cameras, a 2MP macro camera and a 2MP depth sensor. And one advantage that the uh, OnePlus Nord has above all these phones is that OnePlus Nord has an optically stabilized primary camera, which is as same as the camera in the K20 Pro. K20 Pro lacks the OIS. And also when it comes to the battery life, M51 is the king because it has 7000 mAh battery. But the other phones do have a decent capacity battery, 4300 mAh. So that's an acceptable standard. And also all these phones charge at 25 or above watt of fast charging. So if I am someone who is going to buy a phone for rupees 25,000, I won't be buying the Galaxy M51. And I think you guys should also probably not buy M51. And if you guys are talking about the sentiment about India-China war, like India-China border situation, as well as the I'm not going to buy a Chinese brand phone, then it's okay. You guys can go and buy the M51. It's just my opinion, okay? So think about it and take a good decision. Bye.